No, okay. I'm live. What the fuck is this? I'm going, you're still going, huh? That was it then. Come on, do a higher low, tap off of this and then come down. That'll be amazing.
Okay. This is used to be high.
This thing works on 15 minutes though? Ah, this is yesterday high. You got it.
Used to be high, yeah.
Alright, and then you go down to the 1 minute. I can't see shit. Turn this thing on. Made a choose, made a break the structure, everything looks good. Is he not now? Okay, we have higher low for now.
Any ideas why it's this happened?
Oh yeah, I fixed it already. Okay, right click on this. With 2 fingers.
Not working. Hey.
It was in the wrong place. What
Okay, but it's working, so I just need to move it.
No, it's not this, it's this. Make it black. I don't know why the fuck it's not making itself black now. What is this? What's this alert?
US 100 close.
Okay. We're running randomly, you're doing nothing.
Every other time. It's going to crack on the 200. All the EMA is going to go to 200. It's going to cross over. Then it's going to cross back over. It'll make a higher low, and then that's the end. We do this every time. But if it's a long, every time it's the same thing. It takes 30 minutes for you to do this. It's going to crack under the 200. If it cracks under the 200, the EMAs will go under. They'll cross over. They'll cross back over. They'll make higher lows, and then there's an entry as you're going back up as it goes long. That's what it does every time. So we're just watching to see if it happens. This is what it's doing.
Shorted right off the top, huh? When I was thinking it's time to go long. Should I check with this Tanya's name? I know. Oh, I'm live. So,
So here we are. ES. And NQ. NQ coming back almost to that London low. And then, we have this gap up that we still have left. I like to just mark out the bodies of that, honestly, like what's left of it. We already did fill in half of it if you mark out from the open. But this is some sell side still left in this area, to low in the liquidity pool. So it can come back down into here again if it wants to. It's London low. And then same thing for ES. So we had that surge up pre-market, took out that high from Asia, we're still ranging. My plan is basically if it comes down into this London low area, takes out some liquidity, that'd be great, or even down into here, that'd be fine. I would look for a shift back up higher to just go for this like weekly high, honestly, so.
okay, we got
Oh, that's
a higher
Pretty
than
fast
gold.
start to the morning, I'd say, for Monday. How much did we move so far?
What happened?
They send me
So,
another invoice,
currently,
blядь, now.
First 10 minutes of the session.
1650, blядь.
What is this one now?
This is
Just
the
82
ultrasound
points in the
machine.
first 5 minutes, and then
I don't know, call the insurance guys again, I guess.
we'll see if we hit this London low. Yeah, 98 points in the second 5 minutes of the day.
All these SPs released another video. Okay, gold is doing as expected.
This is like they're your first set of sell side essentially, or the first like the session low. It's not really so much of a super large liquidity pool.
There's London low coming up.
So it could end up going lower here.
What a fucking people that it did the right thing and then it like faked out up and then it came down. Okay, come on, turn around from here. Oh, London low taken.
Okay, so we just hit that London low for NASDAQ. Pretty much. ES is still lagging. I would rather it hit it. Like we just barely tick below it for NASDAQ. And not even. Yeah, just for like 1 point below, essentially. Okay. And then we left these. It was a fast push lower. So we'll see, because I'd rather than see some sort of inversion or like a market structure shift to the upside, honestly. Which might be tough. We'll see. There's all the cities to the downside.
Okay, maybe it shoots around you, but I'm taking.
Why, it slipped you or something?
Because I put
Stop?
stop. Oh, I'm coming back, blad. Slipped me like this much.
Oh, what a beer, man.
No, I'm going as close now. 1, 2, plus reduce 2.40.
What a fucking beer, like this NAS. I wanted to short.
Yep, we're through
It
London
went a
low.
little bit higher, and I was like, okay,
Clearly
we're
now
gonna go up, and then you
NASDAQ.
fucking
Yes,
crashed.
about to
Yeah,
hit
I
it.
set up my entry, so
I was setting up for the long.
15-minute down candle to the downside.
now it's time to come back.
Well, actually, London, that we talked about earlier, is actually down here for ES, right?
Okay.
So in that regard, ES is a bit stronger. Switch to 1 minute here on
This
ES.
is my lagging so much. I'm not busy doing streaming. Come on, you should be able to do all this stuff in your sleep. I know the supercomputer can't do this.
And on NASDAQ here. See if we start seeing some market structure shifts to the upside. At least a 1 minute or so to the upside would be nice. I mean, ES right now starting to have an inversion. Let's see how that ends up playing out. For NASDAQ, this is the fair value gap before. Well, this is actually the FEG before the low down here, but we have 2 of them here.
Ooh, gold might start to give.
So far, a little bit of a rejection, so we'll see if it ends up holding this up to continue higher. Is it going to come back down into this gap again? No structure shift for me so far in the 1 minute. Let's see here. I also have my other charts open already just to, yeah.
Okay, Europe and Plus will probably bounce
So
off of this
far-
line. What is this? London low.
I'll mark out
London low.
this as a swing high to look out for the shift, and this one as well.
Asia low. Even the reaction to the upside.
But so far we're still falling
Might
very
still head
flow
up, huh?
to the downside. We'll see if it ends up hitting this London low, or will it remain as a low divergence?
EU and gold look the same.
NASDAQ about very close to hitting new low today.
This guy headed back down.
So far, kind of been anticipating this first move to be the false move, the Judas swing to the downside, but haven't had any confirmation swing back up higher. A lot of people were also bullish, but so far we hit like Asia high, and then we hit London low. So, and then just now, NQ made a new low of a session.
Ooh. Divergent.
Yes, did as well. Still didn't hit that 2 a.m. low. Right, because for me, I look at London session starts at 2 a.m. and over here in, this is
I'm
the
wondering
2
if
a.m. low where
EU is a long and slow
Nasdaq
ball.
at 5 a.m. did take out that 2 a.m. low, so it had that small divergence there, but right now we're not having ES take out that same low yet. We ticked below this.
Check
5
if you can
a.m.
see me
low.
live.
I would still look for long if we end up shifting on the upside. So I've just count that as a divergence. And like I said, that would be good enough for me.
Okay.
So I need
Even
to
with
see,
the insurance, huh?
Yeah.
But what
like,
what
if
did we pay
Nasdaq,
like $6-7
It
for?
would be nice for it to take out this high and invert
For-
this to the upside.
For the test. And then he did also.
Oh,
Everything you
where
said
is-
is that.
that's good.
Where was 9:30, you guys? Here. Here. Your first FEG of the day is there. Yeah. It might be a
पोजीशन तो भाई सही हो गया ना ये जब मैं पोजीशन तो सही हो गया लेकिन पता नहीं लगता वो ऐसा लगा पूरा चेक करना मेरा पैसा किस हिसाब से लगाते हो
It might be like if we break this and have that displacement, I'm definitely going to be marking out with a fib. That leg, because I don't want to be buying in a premium, especially when you have another
Like
city
grading
here.
time?
This is the first FEG of the day.
You're again not in.
And you have a bunch of the first
Well,
15-minute
yeah,
candle to the
I know.
downside is pretty strong. So yeah, we'll see. ES is looking actually stronger here. We didn't take this low. So
Yeah, there it is. Check if it's working.
maybe ES provides the long better.
It's lagging, huh? My head is still turning for some reason on that. Is it back?
We'll see.
No, it's live.
Yeah,
Oh, it's lagging with a beat. Okay, gold is turned around. Now let's get some bearish momentum, and then I think we're good to go on gold. That would mean also EU is good to go.
I don't really love that this FEG is at a premium. I'm not going to be buying that personally.
What are you talking about?
We didn't close above this high either yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather this close above and be a breaker block. We'll see for NQ. Okay, I did close above now. It's actually pretty decent then. Let's see. From here, I'm going to be marking this out. We have an FEG here on the upside. See if NQ ends up inverting this to the upside. We have a breaker block and a fair value gap there. We have a divergence at the low.
I think
London
NQ is good for high, for long now maybe.
Nasdaq, we'll see if Nasdaq ends up closing. It would be nicer if Nasdaq closes above this.
Or what?
It didn't. Nasdaq's a lot weaker, which makes me think that might be end up dragging ES lower into this low. So what I'm gonna do for now, I'm not gonna just buy into this. I'm kind of just gonna look here.
We never closed above this though.
And
At
watch.
least for me.
50% of this area should hold if it's going to be any good. So then I would look for maybe an inversion back to the upside to enter the trend. Other than that, I'm not going to just prematurely go into here really. let's see, ES. Mark out the bodies of this candle for the breaker block. We should hold up here, basically. Then it's midpoint. Nasdaq, it didn't have a closure. It's a closure above this, and I'm not gonna really take this unless we get like a nice inversion back up to the upside, maybe. I'm not taking this yet. It's too weak. There's no fair value gap here on Nasdaq. There is on ES, but it's in a premium. So I'm kind of just marking out midpoint of this.
Nasdaq's
Again,
coming
this is
down
a bit
now.
low, like we could end up hitting it. It's just not a, yeah, I didn't join the longs here yet because
Bouncing off the line again.
I figured I'll join if we end up breaking this high again, or if we have some inversion play to play with, because I like to wait for more confirmation here. Nasdaq's a little bit too weak here for my liking. So we did hold up this 50%, which is nice.
You and gold both went down, huh? Maybe I should focus on those guys.
Okay, so we'll see if we end up closing above a high again.
Ooh, Nas is also confirming.
And then
I think
Nasdaq
Nas is gonna
maybe
confirm
perhaps
now.
finally inverts this. I'm being mindful of let's see.
We closed.
That's really struggling. It's weird.
Gold is also confirming.
It didn't close above Nasdaq, that like little inversion I had wanted to close above. And we didn't have another closure above here, so it's really a barcoding here. I'm not loving it. I'm sitting still for now. We could end up working out, but I need to see better
I'm gonna go with the small one then.
confirmation. Like, I like my reversals to be sharp, you know? Right now it's 9:54, so there could be a setup, but I like to look at setups, yeah, from 9:50 to 10:10 is typically a pretty good sweet spot. This is very much not like the clean V-shaped recovery you like to see. You like to see a fast reversal, not for it to take 10 plus candles to come back and invert this. You know, that being said, ES had a better time here, and it did held up 50% of this little 2-bar here series of up close candles. But there's no continued energy to the upside where I'd want to enter. So I'm just hanging tight here because I'm kind of mindful of the fact maybe ES could actually, we could have later on ES take out this low into here and then NQ hold up the low. I don't know. I'm kind of just looking for more confirmation, especially since I think that we could head up to here. There's plenty of time for me to join. I don't really want to, I don't love, I personally don't love entering at like the first confirmation of the potential buy model. Some people do like to go there, but I don't. Especially since we already have taken some buy side and we take sell side. So basically what I'm just looking at now is we're going to the next swing high here.
It's good idea getting a Nas.
So far I'm happy with like my
This guy looks like he
hesitancy
wants to go
to
up now.
join the move up because we haven't really gone anywhere
Okay, I'm getting in on gold.
since 9:40.
That's the wrong one.
I said I wanted London though to get taken, then I shift to the upside, and this shift to the upside is very lethargic. Not the kind I like to participate in. You know, you could have probably still entered this and gotten like a 1R or something, but I want us high. We're not really getting that right now. Let's see. This range here, we are getting 1 minute candles that are very large. They're like 70. This one's 70 points. Okay, so I'm just moving this. I'm just gonna, yeah, the next swing high. This is the first FEG of the day over here. Like if we end up having a second accumulation, then
What a
I'd be
beaver.
fine
As soon as I
with
get
entering.
an obviously
If we come all the way here and then retracement to go up there, but right now it's very lethargic. I'd like to be part of faster moves to the upside. So let's see.
Just $20 away, so up there. Do there. Start to see something.
Oh no, like the move down. Let me see, that move down where we took this high. Yeah, it didn't really offer me anyway, like unless you want to just short here. Yeah, no. I wanted this to get taken anyway. A lot of us were bullish. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. When I say 50% of the chat voted bullish out of 3 options, that's too much that are also on the same side as me, and so that sometimes makes it tougher. And this is literally what I'm talking about. The move back up has been pretty lethargic, which means like it's potentially that we can make a lower low on the session soon. And I'll just be on the lookout whether we might have a divergence there where maybe ES takes out this low and hits this London low, and maybe NQ doesn't. Maybe both of them go lower, maybe both of them, maybe there's a few different options. Maybe NASDAQ here, takes out this low from Asia, the Asia low, into this gap up, and then we go higher. There's a lot of different things that could happen here. What did I mark out here for ES before? I don't know. This actually is not relevant anymore. Oh, that was the 50% of that. Move out to the back up to the upside. So far, pretty lethargic. I have this swing high marked out. Let's see here. We'll have Asia low marked out as for ES as well.
The XY looks good to go up, huh?
Down here. But so far, it's not looking hot for the upside.
Why you can't just go
I
down?
haven't entered a trade yet. So we'll see. We'll see what's good. It makes sense, like that the move up is kind of lethargic. The first 15-minute candle of the day is very large, and as a city now, those that are bearish, on the 15, that is a bearish breaker. Like,
Yeah, we have to pull
so
back.
it could go to that London, that Asia low. Yeah. Well, that's all I know is that the upside move does not look very juicy. Or barcoding right now. And the way I know that is simply marking out swing highs and seeing if we have any FEGs on the way to the upside. Like we did for ES here, but like I said, it was in a premium, and so I'd marked out the midpoint of this, and we held up, and then I was just looking for the next leg up to have a displacement to enter, and we didn't. So kind of being just having my strict criteria like that keeps me from holding on to longs and some back and forth barcode action, because personally I don't like to hold in that kind of action. So let's see here. Again, just having these swing highs marked out.
Good, because good.
And
So
we're
let's
not
stop
really-
here. Let's go down.
Every time it looks like we're about to get
Oh,
some
no,
gas, we don't really.
20. Here, red camera.
See, so NQ is up
Visual.
1.5% of the day, ES is up 1.4.
Let's go.
Till the 200 at least it should be good.
It's, interesting here.
I have yesterday. Oh.
Here's the liquidity, this will be a pullback, this will be a pullback. These two you will have pullbacks here. This already is a pullback area.
Yeah, it's wicking the London low.
We're pulling back at my.
Well, are we gonna have some upside follow
It
through?
happens. Also, like, I got in and it started sleeping.
Like I'm supposed to get in here. But
I'd like this to have to be a nice candle to the upside, personally.
Let's see if it's gonna go down the line.
The ES. Not yet, didn't break that yet.
Once
There
we
we
take
go.
this two out, do a pullback,
We're
and
starting to have some upside follow through.
might even add a bit heavy. You also sleeping? Oh, this guy he woke up. Hello, no one told me. You sleeping too or what?
So I would enter here on this FEG that's below 50%. If we get down there.
I can't see anything.
If we end up breaking above this, then I'd consider entering there and having a decent. This first FEG of the day. I would consider it perhaps. If we wick this, I'm definitely going to be entering 50%
Shit, I missed
below
that.
here.
Yeah,
Okay, so if I wicked it,
still holding it. Yeah. I do a pullback and then we get in.
maybe for ES.
Come on, gold.
Well, again, there's still plenty of room up for the second accumulation, etc. So I'm not. If we end up going stronger, I'm not really FOMOing or anything because I think that we could get
That
up
was
to here.
perfect. I was like, that's it. That's the divergence. Now we go. It was just fucking around, and then it fucking shot off. I was looking at gold though. Let me put this guy here. Oh no, I won't record right if I go to that. I think gold is good.
So NASDAQ was the stronger one here. I feel as if, yeah. NASDAQ.
If I caught it here, wrote it up to
So
there.
we'll see. I'm gonna have my fills in here. We'll see if I end up getting filled.
Where's your fill? On this one, huh? On the huge point. What's your stop loss? Oh, stop loss is right below that one. So you're saying something like this, huh? And we're going to where exactly? Here?
I put it at 50% basically of the move up higher.
I Do something about
My
gold.
target would be up here at like 388, so let's see. 386. Yeah, so if we end up breaking this high again, I'd probably look for a different type of entry as a second accumulation and then put a different stop. Because then you'd have this getting inverted as well.
What a
And then
beat,
like
right?
that low would be good.
This probably the pullback on this
That's
guy.
what I would do. You guys, I've been just told we're 40 viewers away from breaking an all-time record here. So hit the like button so we could get the viewership up and definitely, you know, get the word out here. Tani's about to, I mean, let's be clear here. This is the reason is obviously because everyone's gossiping about me about to get into a trade. I do like this now. This is a mitigation block. Fair value gap, nice. We had that nice lending of the hand that we're gonna go to the upside. I just measured up the fib, so I'm not getting into something that's, I'm not getting into a premium. I'm just getting at 50% here. And we'll see if I get filled, right? This could even, imagine it not fill me. But I'm happy with this type of, I said I've been waiting, so. Let's see if I get filled here soon. Probably soon. Dun 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 dun. Oops. Probably the next candle.
Alright, I'm in and I'm in.
There we go. Got filled. My target I guess is like 388-ish. 386. But
What the fuck is just going down, huh?
going for here would be
Come on, catch it already.
RR. And my stop is at this swing low.
And you.
I'm happy with potentially, if I get stopped out here, I'm totally fine with that.
Alright. She's always fine with getting stopped down.
This is all to the plan. I anticipate this being like a scary wick. I'm not fazed by that. So, I'd probably take partials here and then hold for like 388s or so.
Well, I'm now on 15,
So
it
let's
looks
see if
bad
we
though.
end up getting there. Now, I want to see more swing highs get broken soon. I entered where I wanted to, just in a discount of the leg. Well, just 50%. That's how I'm
Neither of them
keeping
are
myself
gonna
from
live.
getting into a premium. If I longed here, I'd be at 3 minutes in drawdown. Versus now, I was like half a minute in drawdown. And if I'm right, that should be like a sniper type entry. I shouldn't
Come on,
spend
bro.
more than like 2 minutes or so in drawdown. We should see more moves up soon. And I like my stop, yeah. If I get stopped out, then that means I'm wrong in the direction. And we're gonna go lower first. I'm okay with taking that stop. It's a large stop, you had it, yeah. But that's where the swing low is. I'm sized appropriately and I don't want to get wicked out as much, so so
Come on,
far
bro,
I'm
turn
about
around
a
already.
minute and a half in drawdown, about 20 points or so.
Glad I didn't
It's
have
not too
anything.
bad. Let's mark out this FEG. This is the one in the discount, so we'll see if we end up holding that up, which we are so far.
Now nothing looks good, huh?
risk about 80 to make 150. That's already a 2R, so I would let go most of it at the new high of the session, and then I would hold the rest for like 388 as long as I don't get stopped. But yeah, still gonna monitor this. See what's ES doing.
And then I go back and
We
check
just
and
broke
you're
the
the
record
guy.
for record amount of viewers on Ninja Trader stream. So shout out to you guys for coming to support me. That's always fun. I'm clearly the star of the show. I'm just joking, guys. Not really. Ha ha ha. No. Here, we're back at break even now. We've been holding this up for a bit, so this is pretty good. So far, I've been like 2 minutes in drawdown. Now we're back break even, starting to see a nice green candle to upside.
Come on,
It's my thought process that we should start seeing green candles up. Invert this downside little one, and then skyrocket up soon. I should start seeing green candles to upside soon. This is a nice one.
I haven't mind speed.
It's about 50-point candle to the upside. Yeah, pretty decent. So let's see if we hit this buy side. These are pretty smooth highs, Yeah. These are now equal highs kind of from the Asia session high and the pre-market high. And then of course I have my final target up here, like 386.
Come on, push gold, push down.
Which is last week's high.
And you nice, you fly. You guys are on the opposite ends, right?
386.75 is last week's high, but I personally like to just go like a few ticks and like 3 ticks below it.
Right now I have 50 bucks on risk.
Yeah, I could still get potentially stopped out here, but so far it's not too bad. My entry's not too bad at all. I entered 50%, 3 minutes of drawdown. Got 1 candle to the upside. I'd prefer to see some more momentum now, not some zigzagging, gyrating, which if that happens, then it's likely gonna give out.
Come on, gold, turn around.
But this is following my plan.
This is the time for you to do what you're doing.
So, upside. I'm bullish.
Nice, fly,
Took out session low. Then we had a nice
If you did,
displacement, entered at 50%. It's not
it's okay, it's just chilling. It's not doing
rocket
anything.
science.
The wicks are a bit weird, but it's only on 5 minutes, right? Look at mine, man. Look at these 3. Look at these 2, man. It's a bunch of beaters.
Yeah, that's where I would go for the second target. And now I just let it do whatever.
Блядь.
So digging again.
What the
That's like not a nice candle to the downside. We'll see if it ends up inverting. If it does, then it's more likely I get stopped. We didn't get any fall through back to the upside.
Come on, pull up, pull up, pull up.
It's digging further. Let's see if ES ends up holding up.
Come on, guy, Naz, why are you going?
So it's more likely now that I get stopped out because we didn't get that continuation. We'll see.
Yeah.
We favored this little FEG to the downside. So it's more likely.
It's gonna be like my
If
biggest
it does, then I'll
loss,
just wait until maybe an Asia low gets taken and then I'll try again, but yeah. That 10 a.m. reversal did look good, so especially from 10:02. So I entered at like 10:11.
Why are you doing
So
this?
far, still in the trade.
My goal is sleeping.
It's just very wonky, and that's why I have to stop at the swing low because this kind of pullback was wonky too, but it still respected the swing low. This one too, still respected the swing low, so we'll see if the swing low gets respected.
Why are you doing this? Just turn and go already.
Let's see.
And you also go.
Gonna mark this out, so the inversion candle potential. If it does end up inverting back to the upside. This is where probably others that are also looking that are interested in this but wanted an extra confirmation for this inversion.
This is DNS, huh?
They're now gonna look at this one.
Didn't make any sense.
So I was like 2 minutes in drawdown, then in slight profit for like a minute and a half, and then another 3 minutes in drawdown. It's not looking like a great day,
Yeah.
but well, I'm sticking with this.
Gold
It's a
though,
Monday
maybe.
no news. It's kind of like it's kind of what happens on those days. So let's see. I'm really close to my stop, about 10 points away. If I get stopped out, it's really not the end of the world.
Yes, we know. It's never the end of the world.
So we didn't respect this, which sucked. Then we didn't respect it when here we inverted that. Now I'm looking at that one. You basically, yeah, this is like the last line in the sand. We have to start seeing more bullishness like here. If we're gonna get up back to the upside. And so far, you know, we're rejected there. See the closing of this candle.
$10 loss, $13 loss.
I might get stopped down in the next couple of minutes, we'll find out.
It's trying to push back up, so I don't know, maybe you won't. I'm wondering if gold has an ad.
Or are we gonna invert to the upside and then finally get that second push up? I don't know. Vote in the chat, what do you think's gonna happen? Am I gonna get stopped out or are we gonna start blasting through?
Let's hope we start
Right
blasting.
now it's not, it's like I said, for the bull side, I mean, we're not having much momentum. We had this, looked really promising. And I entered, we're having those deep, really deep retracements. That seems to be the theme of the morning, right? We break a high. This one, well, I didn't like because it didn't invert this, but then we broke another high, but still like super deep retracement, super deep, but respected the low. Again, super deep retracement here. We got to like 50% of this wick. That's why I put my stop at the swing low. Because recently it's just been that way. We didn't invert it yet. We'll see if this candle does well. Does it? This is the low.
Almost break even,
So
huh?
basically
Break
mark
even.
out the low of this candle to the high of this one, which I didn't even mark out the best, but here. So I'm just seeing if we're gonna invert it to the upside. And then, you know, there's other people that play this kind of strategy. If it closes to the upside and then they put the stop here. It's kind of like the same idea, but different entry, looking for more confirmation to go enter on an inversion of the pullback, which I do sometimes. I would have done it on, like I said, if we had one like here or something, or here, but we didn't even have a nice FEG there.
Well, why are you doing this?
So here we'll see. Here we inverted. So let's see if we can get some more upside. I don't really love that there's no bullish FEGs here on this move up. It's been kind of it didn't leave a bullish one on the 1 minute. So this is a lot of back and forth here today. I don't love this. Yeah. Still in it, but don't really love it. I'm thinking about maybe putting my stop back up here, but we didn't break the swing high yet. I'm gonna go for my original stop. But the people that do like to trade inversions, you know, they would enter here, they would put a stop here.
Why are you behaving like this?
From what I know of that kind of strategy. So, and then there's another one here, and a swing high here. So this is gonna be like the second area I'm definitely watching for more upside. Let's break this with a fair value gap to the upside, ideally.
Oh my god, why?
I have the same questions.
Like it goes red nicely, and then it just closes green, bled.
Look at this bullshit also.
I mean, potential, it didn't get inverted, but this is a bearish FEG that got already balanced, repriced to. So, yeah, if we're bullish, we should break this with a displacement, because this was already repriced. So we'll find out. I'm back to break even on this trade. far it's been a lot back and forth. It's mostly drawdown / break even / yeah. So it's not really the best price action if it is bullish, right? It's not really showing me. It's too much. It's continued momentum to the upside at the moment, but yeah, back at break even now. I entered just at 50% of this leg up. It's pretty simple, and I like that it lined up with this high, basically. This previous high mitigation block.
So I'm ready to give up on this
I
Nasdaq.
still have my stop here.
Where's the gap on so long?
What was it, break even?
Essentially, yeah, if this low gets out, it probably will take this low. It's taking a long time. Again, from it inverting, you don't even want that to happen. So these reversals have been taking super long, and probability of this trade working out just keeps going lower because of the amount of time it's taking. But that doesn't mean I'm not micromanaging it though. But I am like kind of journaling that as if in the future I do want to like make a time stop or something. But today I'm giving it more breathing room in that regard because it is Monday, no news, and it's like, okay, you know what, I would be annoyed if it ran up now without me and it didn't actually take my stop, right? So,
Whatever, I guess.
what did they say? They say like, don't complain about, well, this is what ICT said to me. He said, don't complain about choppy waters when you decided to sail in the Bermuda Triangle during stormy weather, right? Right, it's a Monday, I mean, this is my slot Mondays, but today is no news and we have a lot of Fed speakers. So it kind of makes sense that there's deep retracements, smaller range that we're working with after taking that sell side. They're coming back to break even again. Let's see if we finally get some follow through to the upside here.
Come on already.
I'd like this swing high to get taken for displacement, but it certainly is not in any kind of rush today. And ES didn't even invert back to the upside yet, it's weaker. And I think ES might have even, yeah, ES took that swing low, which is crazy. Like if I entered on ES, I would have gotten stopped. So it's totally possible I get stopped on NASDAQ. I just ended up taking NASDAQ. I think it broke this high first and it looked more, today it is up a higher percentage. And if it is like a similar setup, I'll more likely not take NASDAQ instead of ES. But yeah, ES took this low, NASDAQ did not, which is interesting. So I could potentially put my stop here. It's not much of a difference. It's like a 10-point difference between here. But the thing is with I move my stops when we get to like first target. Instead of like, or 80% to my first target or so, you know. I'll move my stop definitely if we break this high. If we break this high, maybe. Depends on how it looks like. It really depends on how the leg looks like. Because I'd rather it look jagged. So, and I always think about where 3 PD arrays would fail, right? So this would be like an inversion would fail and a swing low would fail. So I would need another one to move my stop up to here. Well, like this swing low. Now we have this, close above this. With this, this did not take out any liquidity here, so that's not really an order block that I care too much about. Anyway, so let's see if there's an FEG on the upside here. Ideally there should be. If it doesn't, it might get stopped out. Because I want more displacement through more highs. But we had another inversion here, so inversion, swing low. divergence was anyway with ES. So I just moved it slightly up. Once we make like another FEG, I'd be more comfortable moving it to this low. Like I said, I don't want to micromanage this too much. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So now we're in profit. I held in drawdown for about 10 minutes or so, right? Now we're actually getting some like closures above my break even, right? So it's looking pretty decent. It's not like I want to see some more upside soon. I want us to break this high soon. Yeah, if we break this high, then it'll definitely put my stop up to here. This would be 1R. Like, depending on how we do here, it's like, maybe I'll take a small partial, I don't know. Just because if I hold for this long and, then let it come all the way back. It really depends. We're not even making any more displacements to the upside, which is so funny. We're not really seeing this. Yeah, this leg up here is not really that clean either. But I think I can move it. I think I can move my stop to here. This completely balanced this. I would want us now to start going up higher here. Inversion. This took out this, breaker, inversion, swing low, 2 inversions, and a swing low would get taken out here. So, let's move our stop. Yeah, now I will move my stop up. Because really, the swing low should get respected. Because this made a new swing high, right? So now my stop is better than what it was, right? I moved it about 30 points up. So it's a different RR now. I'm risking about 47, right? Yeah, 47 points. If we get to this high, then how many points would it be up? Like 70? So then dynamically, if we get to this high, right, if I'm risking now 47, to make 70, I'd probably end up taking a small partial here, especially if we just wick this and we start looking lethargic, then that's a 1.5 arm. That's like that's not bad. Like this is just the way that this action has come about, that I have to sort of adjust my trade at this point. We'll see. And it could end up coming back down and stopping me out. It's totally fine too. So I'll be watching. If we just like this, I'll be taking some partials. If we have a nice displacement to the upside, then that'll show that I'm on the right side of the move. But it's crazy. Like since this move up, there has not been much more momentum up to the upside. Not very much. I think we have a tiny bullish FEG here. Really tiny one here. It's not even in the discount this, but we have this tiny one here. Is that a premium of this leg? We've been painting back and forth. I want to see some real strong moves to the upside soon. Price has been just back and forth. I'm in slight profit. Not really like this. Since it up 949, we haven't really left this area too much. So let's see if we, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Too many of us were bullish. Too many of us were bullish at the start of the morning, making it for a difficult trade. I've been in this trade for how long now? Since 10:11. It's been 21 minutes, and I'm up like 0.5 R. You know, that's not typically how the juicy trades go, but you know, not all of them can be juicy. With the way this is going, like, I'm probably gonna end up taking partials here. And then, you know, if it ends up coming to here, that's actually a nice RR. Relative, it's like a 3R. But I need to definitely, and we need to watch this. Gotta look at this like a hawk. Open your eyes more. Like, I'm totally willing at this point then to put my stop break even then if it just wicks this. I don't know. Take a partial, no. We didn't reprice to here yet, so I wouldn't put break even per se. I'd probably put it. We'll see. If we displace it up, then I would. It's such an annoying little market here. You know, we're not having that pop up that I've been looking for. Like, I'm in profit, but that could change in a couple minutes, you know. But so far I'm happy I kept my stop here at the swing low and I didn't get stopped out. I said this is like the last line in the sand. We ended up inverting that. We retraced, broke another swing high. At the very least, bro, I'm looking for this swing high. This would be dynamically at 1.5 R. But this would be just 1 R from where it entered. And with this kind of action, sometimes that's all you could squeeze out of it, and I'm like kind of okay with that. So we'll see. It's 10:35. Been in one trade. Yeah, I mapped this out since the pre-market. Still in this trade. Just gonna let the trade do its thing. I'm not sweating bullets or anything, so that's good. I'm pretty chill. We've been pretty chill. Hopefully, if you have the same trade bias or idea, you know, that's all I can hope for. Is that sometimes people say that I make them calmer. Everybody, don't panic. Remain calm. What's the procedure? Okay, we'll see. Is this gonna get taken? This is starting to look pretty good. It's good. Let's get a nice FEG to the upside. Displace. Every time I start talking to candles like that, it doesn't happen that way. Because, you know why? It's because typically that happens when I've been in the trade for too long and I'm like, starting to get a little maybe frustrated or whatever, and then that just means that price action's not good, so a lot of times it's just not gonna happen. So, at this point, you have a tiny volume imbalance. That's what you have here. Still not very. It's not the best. Not the worst. We definitely retrace down to here again. Make things difficult for everybody. See where the Where is this now in relation to this leg up? Now this is actually around 50%, this little FEG on the upside. This tiny one. It's a little bit above it, but this is a pretty, crappy price action. At the very least, I'm happy I didn't long in the premium over here, I'm happy I longed at 50% of the leg up and stayed true with this. I'm happy I put my stop at the correct spot, the swing low. I didn't choke the stop. We're just hanging around near this high. I said I wanted speed through here for us to see a lot more follow through. We haven't seen it. We sort of had, we had a nice break above here, but since then, we had a little FEG here, so it's like decent. It's not my favorite, but it's decent. It's like ranked maybe 6 out of 10. If I had ranked today's price action, actually, I would say like 4 out of 10. I don't know. Not the worst, but certainly not the best. I'm watching this. We wick this, I'm taking partial. But it's 1.5 R here dynamically because I moved my stop up, It's not bad. So boring. ES is just more and more and boring. But we've been now in profit since 10:28. I've been in profit for 12 minutes. So I've been in drawdown for like 10 minutes and then profit for 12. Still hasn't, there's no reason for me to do anything else right now. It didn't even hit potential. I mean, this is now the potential first target just because of how crappy price action it's been. It's a really small range for today, right? Comparatively. Right, what's like the range for today? It's, 250 points on the NASDAQ. That's very tiny compared to what we've been having. So, all in all, not a bad trade so far. Stalled here, we wouldn't be surprised if it goes here first. Obviously, ideally, I want it to start blasting through this first presented FEG of the day and this high. But I'm not going to be holding my breath for that considering this price action so far today. But if we do get that, that'll be nice, and I'll definitely moving my stop up. See, there's 30 seconds left in this candle. We're gonna get a nice power through to the upside. 18 seconds left. Alright, we just wick that. Yeah, gotta follow the plan where I said I'd take a partial. I just took a partial. 1.5 R there. Partial. Honestly, my stop has to be break even now. It's very possible for us to come back down now. We could come back into this area. Wicket, like inversion here, swing low. But yeah, I don't want to. I've already been very patient with today's price action, so we booked a W there. Very least got a small W on the day. Protecting my profits and paying myself for sticking it out in this trade. And I wouldn't be surprised if I get stopped out the rest. Like, I wouldn't. But I'm holding. Why? Because we didn't displace here. That's sad. We're respecting this FEG again. So actually, I really wouldn't be surprised if we end up stopping me out on the rest. Especially ES struggling. ES is the weaker sister this morning and didn't take this high out. So if I end up, I booked small win, that's fine. And actually, like I said, I actually do kind of anticipate it to even come back down here now. Because of the way that it reacted here. Like, yeah, it's ugly. It didn't close above. We didn't get that nice series of up close candles, more displacements there. It's just a grinder. It's a slow grinder. Hit that like button. We booked a W. W in the chat. Slay. Yeah, ES is struggling, so I really don't expect this to be great. It makes sense because this was such like a rapid and large down close candle. We didn't close below this actually, this London low, and that was nice for point of interest, a little market structure shift. Entered at 50%, which really helped not be in drawdown for the entire time. I was certainly in drawdown for a long time because we retraced a lot. But here, this is lethargic. Look at this 15-minute candle. We just took the high. Now we're coming back down into the retracement. So it's very likely, I wouldn't be surprised if we get stopped down at break even soon in the next 15 minutes or so, even the next 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm not going to completely micromanage it because in case it does reprice to here and stop there, like, maybe then I wouldn't get started and would continue up higher. But yeah, all in all, decent trade. Followed the idea to the T. Adjusted based on price action for how slow this reversal's been. I adjusted my take profit. Since I adjusted my stop loss here, I adjusted so that I could take some profit off the table here, 1.5R after I adjusted the stop. Always thinking about the risk dynamically in the sense of when you're changing the stop loss. Now you're risking less than you originally did. Yeah, so. And then in those points too, in the better price action, if I'm adjusting my stop loss and then it provides a better entry and I'm quite confident about it being a low resistance liquidity run, which means we're just making higher lows, higher highs and higher lows and higher highs on the way up, right? Then those are other situations in which I would practice adding to my position. I've been trying to do that more often, but this is not the environment to do so. Clearly, it would have been a different story if I had entered here and then this was a nice little wick to the downside, and then if it inverted this immediately and closed above this high and it was a quick market, then I would probably try and look for ads, because then I would move my stop up to there, right? If I'm thinking about a different potential structure. But this, when you see that the reversals take forever, right? Even from here, when we marked out the London low, this inversion took forever to happen. This is the kind of market that I don't like as much, and I don't add to positions. Instead, I take partials a little bit more aggressively. So far, what did we do? I said that if we wicked it, and this 1 minute candle did. It looked really good too. It started looking really good, but then we wicked, and I was like, okay, yeah, gotta take that partial. The next candle, had no follow through to close above this. So it's been really slow. What time is it right now? It's 10:47. So we'll see if the 10:50 macro starts something, right? So maybe towards the end of the hour we start getting towards the draw up here, those equal highs, which is where my sells are. Like I said, if it was a faster market, then I'd even look for last week's high. But you know, at this point, taking what I can get, it's a decent buy, decent sell. That's nice. You know, I also practice like buying on down closed candles, selling at up closed. So yeah, decent. I was part of the swing low and the swing high. So now, you know, we'll see if now I'm marking out the last swing high. We'll see if we just wick. I really wouldn't be surprised if we just get up there again and we kind of wick. We don't do anything. Or maybe it's the start of the 10:50 macro. What do you guys think? Maybe now we'll start to get some legs, starting at 10:50, like this hourly close candle. I don't know. Anything could happen. We'll find out. Hopefully it doesn't run a manipulation and manipulate me out first. But so far, like this hourly candle, it's pretty strong. Yeah. It looks decent. Alright, this hourly. It was a nice, from where it opened, we're like 120 points above. So we'll see if we take the previous hourly high. But even if it doesn't, like maybe the next hourly candle will. That being said though, my segment does close at 11. But yeah, all in all, everybody knows what the position is. The worst thing that can happen now is I make a little bit of money. I get stopped out and the rest at break even while taking some partial there. But that being said, the start of the 10:50 macro right now, yeah, if we get like a displacement to the upside, then I'll definitely move my stop up to like the last swing low, because I just want to be part of a low resistance run then. Otherwise, you know, I'll probably get stopped. Well, let's see here. We're gonna break this. Will we break this high and finally invert on NQ and have some up close candles, large ones? Yeah, this up close candle is actually like 30 points, decent. How large have these candles been? 60 points here. Alright, let's see now. No more wicks, please, NQ. And again, like I said, when I start talking like this, you know the action's not good. It's very possible it will wick again. So we'll see this next candle now. Are we gonna form an FEG to the upside? So basically, I don't want that candle low to hit this candle high. I want it to have a little gap there to show more. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because I want to see more momentum to the upside. So I don't want it to reprice right away after the first nice candle to the upside here. So let's see, there's 34 seconds left. And I'm likely gonna move the stop up now. It's 10:51, we'll see. Yeah, it's starting to look good. We'll see. That was a pretty energetic little push up into that wick. Let's see. 16 seconds left. I'm ready to draw the next FEG as long as it makes one. It's 8 seconds left. But I am gonna move my stop up now to in profit. Yeah, okay, so here. Yeah, the stop's now further up at this swing low. And I marked out this FEG. Start the 10:50 macro. I mean, we should start expanding. Otherwise, you know, I'm okay. I'm happy with taking this stop here because it would be, after it took a swing high, it'd be like an inversion to the downside and can run another manipulation. I don't care, but I don't want to be part of that. So we'll see. It's respecting that so far. This, right? And here 3 PV raise would basically fail. Yeah, You have like a mitigation block, you have a swing low, you have a FEG. So, yeah, 1052. It's looking good. It's starting to look good, you guys. Will we finally expand? Will we get that buy side hit? What do you guys think? Type it in the chat, yes or no. I've been in this trade since 10/11. What's the procedure? What's the procedure? I mean, finally. I think, listen, this should be quick. So, yeah, I think that this should be into the next, by 11 if we get up to here. Because this has already all been rebalanced. We finally inverted this. Yeah, and that's another PD area where I'm like, okay with putting my stop here now. Because if this finally gets inverted, yeah, I'm sure even some people are kind of putting it there because this is the start of the 1050 macro, but yeah, I kind of just want to keep it. I'm happy with this one. I could put it up to 50% of this as well. Like, it really shouldn't retrace all the way down here. Inversion. FEG. Yeah, we have to start seeing some more upside follow through, otherwise this is just caca, garbage. Let's see it soon. I'll take a drink of water. Well, big green candles upside down. Yeah, I get my hourglass. I have an hourglass in the back here. I also have a little timer here. Right? This is a really good visual timer. It's a simple few bucks. I'm gonna put just like 5 minutes. I can visualize it. It's also good if you want to like do stuff and if you have trouble seeing time passing. Let's see. Okay. So far, we broke that high. We didn't invert to the downside. We did not. It's holding up, but it's certainly not showing more momentum. And like I said, now is kind of the time where I'm having a time stop, which is why I'm comfortable with just moving my stop up into profit now. Because really, I think that into like the 11 a.m. or the beginning, or 11:10 really is my time stop for this. I think we should hit this upside by then, or at least we should be following through. And we'll see now if we're gonna invert this. Very sloppy. That's what I can tell you. Today is a sloppy morning. So I'm happy that I have booked some slight profit. So it's sloppy morning, inverted this now. We're coming back into this area. I mean, it's very possible I get, book the rest for a slight profit. And then call that. We'll see. Because right now, it's 10:56. Said I wanted to see it happen here, and we didn't. We blasted through the other way. So it's very sloppy action. We're closing below this inversion as well now. So just hands off the mouse, let it do its thing. And the important point is now, like, if I get stopped out, I traded my plan, and it's a good morning. It's a good day. We'll be right on time too. It's like 10:56. Yeah, likely it gets. Yeah, I just got taken out there on the rest. So, considering I was bullish, followed my plan, took some profit. We really lethargic moves back to the upside, right? Every time I said like, I want to see this high get taken strongly, it wasn't strong. Although it did respect like some swing lows being taken. I'm happy with how I did. I protected my profits. mean, it's a pretty small range, so I'm quite happy with my performance given the relatively small range on NASDAQ, right? Because we had year 250 to 986. It's like 275 point range or so. Given all of that, we didn't have a lot to work with this morning. 70 point range. Given all that, I booked 70 points, right, from here to here. I'm happy with that. And protected the profits on the rest. And right now, I don't like it. I don't like being part of a move where we just wick a high and then come back, take out a low again. And that's just it's definitely a high resistance move here. We have an SMT here, which, saved me from getting stopped out. ES did take this low. So that also provides like a kind of difficult point as well, since you do have a little bit of that divergence there. And then last line in the sand was this. It didn't get taken. So overall, like reviewing this trade, very happy. Was very patient, waiting for this to get inverted, waiting for a swing high with a displacement, and we clearly got one here. Follow the plan of not getting in a premium, follow the plan of drawing the fib, getting in on the 50% retracement there, held through, follow the plan of keeping that, not getting chickening out of the trade, holding it to this swing low, and then adjusting based on the price action just taking a really, really long time. There's the timer, it's 5 minutes left, and we clearly did not start expanding towards that second target up here. And then, just adjusted accordingly. And overall, good day. It's a good day.
Tanya, great job today.
Oh, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was spectacular to watch. You are spectacular, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's never a bad day as long as you follow the plan. Yeah.
So, do Mondays generally do better on Mondays, or not, just another day in the week?
Mondays are typically slower, like I said, actually. And so at some point, sometimes I would just like not even take a trade, depending on not even really look at charts too much, depending on how I look at the rest of the week for the action. But yeah, today, actually, all in all, it's a pretty decent Monday. We hit record amount of viewers. You guys hit that like button. I appreciate that. For all the support. I do post I know that some people might be looking at my channel. I put on my community post that I'm here. And all in all, it's a little wonkier. Like not like when I'm reading price, I'm like, okay, I want this to get respected. I want to see more upside follow through. Yeah, sure, that's not going to happen, but expecting that, yeah, and then being more patient. I kind of expected that, and I was more patient then, and I held that stop to that swing low. Number one, and number two is just remaining patient and following the plan, and all in all, it still worked out. So maybe it's not. I also a lot of times I was talking to somebody that asked me, how often does price do exactly what you want it to do when you say like, okay, I want it to break this high with a displacement? And I realized like only like 30% of the time, right? So it's about not getting frustrated when it doesn't do that, right? So, and following and adjusting a little bit, like you can see here, I adjusted by taking my sell.
piece of shit. That's it, I guess it's done, huh? What the f- Okay. Can you just fucking work out? Oh, what a piece of shit. Go on, turn. I think it's time to call it, huh? Might just be. Fucking hell, what the fuck? Fucking hell, stop. Literally got it on the top, huh? As usual. Fucking hell, why can't it just work out? Fuck. Fuck's sake, can you just go already? Why you stop? Okay. down. Everything was on the up.
Almost, but C word. No C word allowed until we're in London. Oh shit, this is actually funny to me. No, no, not allowed until we're in London. In London, you are allowed to call me cunt.
Yes, let's go. Come on, come on.
All the purposes of life.
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Give me 5 more.
Yes. That's what's up for now. But will it keep going? Will it keep what's up in? Come on, push. Fucking piece of shit. Push. It's the time to go up. Yes. That's too much too fast though. I know you're gonna retrace your ass. Ass. Well, my risk is only $30. So, worst case we only lose $50 today. How do I add onto that though?
The cherry on the top. Yeah, I see. 50 seconds left. In one go, in one go.
Should we do Here Goes Nothing or no? Or should we just close this one and go?
I'll tell you when to start, yeah? You prepare yourself here. Rest. Let's start here. Just relax. Relax. In your region. Okay. 5 seconds. And 3, 2,
Alright, well,
go.
I bought more.
Go.
It should work out. Come on, guys. One, 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 3, 6, 5, 8 or something. Where's the thingy? Oh, the thingy. 1.13658.
Now I'll have to explain to him what the fuck is bird's milk. I think
Alright, come on, guys, come on. Hold up.
Colin, it's sweet, it's bird's milk. Already. Just from the photos.
There we go, $50 on risk. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Push, push, push. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. now. Doesn't want to show it up. Piece of shit. Come on, go, 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 go. Come on, come on, come on. Stop, don't stop here. Let's go, let's go. Come on. Let's go. That's what's up. We gotta push. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, 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 don't do this. Fuck. Let's push.
What's going on, babe?
You want pizzas on me today?
Yeah. Same, блядь.
No, I got in on this is my last hope, EURUSD.
Solana? Look at this pederasta.
Oh, it
Look
took
at
your
this.
stop loss and went? Oh, a little bit more, huh?
Look at this.
Shit.
Look at this. Now this is what Blad's peeder move. This is such a peeder move. But this I hate. Like I fucking hate this. It still goes your way, Blad.
That's life.
Like I know that it's gonna go down. I know. Why I need to take this shit and fucking go.
Why are you wicking so much? Just fucking go already. So, Vlad, if this doesn't work, maybe it's over. Come on, you piece of shit, just go.
How do we get to take profit where it's supposed to be? Many piece of shit.
So you took the full asset?
Yeah, sure.
It's okay, it's only $30.
Yeah, but блядь, why?
Oh my god, I think this EU is done as well. Look at this.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just close it.
Yeah, maybe. It's not a nice cut there.
Oh, he pulled back up. Why it's going, like, why it's not able to go through? I don't understand. So, he's done. Well, I'm already in loss, huh?
Что она?
What the
Вы
hell?
слышали меня? Я достану. Что такое? Что? Машина.
So, that's it.
Моя крошка хорошка.
We're going down, huh? Nothing? No pull back up? See how you beat it on. Why did you go down so much? Okay, trying again.
Yeah, I moved too long. We're ready to close. This is right down. Fine. Too fast, Reggie. Too fast.
Keep my stop loss at the break even of the first one.
Fools.
is it not working?
I can see you. I can see you, man.
Yeah, it's lagging. I don't know why. So that's it. I guess I'll call it for the day, huh?
Just put it 0, no?
Hey, that's what I'm trying to do.
Because now when the sign looks it's going down. Fuck, it's around the roundness. So I'll break this to 100 and then I still can take some part of the short. Get something else.
See, I'm going. Just throw me out, I guess. Okay, just hit it already.
Физически возможности записать обзоров не будет, но постараюсь все на графике накидать, разложить, чтобы было более понятно. По сделке, которую сегодня открывали, я говорил, что быстрой покупки не жду, она то на точке входа, процент минус, то немного плюса, может быть, взять я вообще не переживаю. Я расставил все параметры и, соответственно, не влипаю.
Hit it in turn, huh? No, but I made lower high.